I didn't flinch when she said it. My hand didn't shake, not even a twitch, as I raised the champagne to my lips, eyes locked on hers. Cold, still, steady. The taste wasn't sweet. It wasn't victory. It was bitter, sharp, like copper, like blood in the mouth after you bite your tongue, just to stop yourself from saying what you really want to say. Her voice had cut through the air like a knife. I just made partner, she declared, raising her glass high, polished and smug, while my husband is still just a plumber. A ripple of laughter moved down the long, glistening table. Her colleagues, draped in custom suits and smug certainties, laughed along, some a little too loudly, the kind of laugh people use when they want to be noticed. They didn't know me. Not really. They saw rough hands, worn knuckles, a soft-spoken man in a jacket. That wasn't Armani. They saw a blue-collar, humble, disposable. She loved that, once. At least, that's what I used to believe. Thought it was admiration, respect. But now I know better. The truth had been clawing at me for months, ever since I overheard her, one too many glasses of wine deep, telling her friend I was just a comfortable phase, a placeholder, nothing more. I let it go, lied to myself. Everyone says things they don't mean when they're drunk, right? Then I found the second phone, hidden in her gym bag. Photos, messages, voice notes. She called him everything you're not. That night, I didn't scream, didn't rage. I just sat in my truck until the sun came up, watching the world wake up while something inside me quietly died. No one saw the shift, not even her. She never noticed the extra hours I spent away, the late nights, the silence, the change in clothes, the glint in my eye that had nothing to do with plumbing and everything to do with purpose. If she wanted to see what just a plumber could do, I was going to give her a show she'd never forget. I went back to something I'd shelved years ago, a patent, my idea, my design, flow optimization, and predictive infrastructure diagnostics, smarter pipelines, AI-backed real-time leak analytics. I dusted it off, refined it, brought it into the now, called in a few old friends, one to code, another to help with the interface. They didn't ask why. They just believed. Silicon Valley didn't care that I worked with my hands. They cared about impact, innovation, bite, and my tech had teeth. Within 9 months, I had seed funding. By month 12, Series A, investors were hooked. Quietly, carefully, I built something unstoppable, Astra's Flow Logic Star. And through it all, Claire never asked a single question. Never wondered why I stopped apologizing for the dirt under my nails, why I was wearing shirts that fit like purpose instead of habit. She was too busy climbing her own mountain to notice the one I was building under her feet. That dinner, Astra's promotion celebration. She picked the venue, but I picked the moment. I timed the Wall Street Journal embargo to the hour. I knew exactly when it would drop. Her mother's phone buzzed first, vibrating against the cold marble. She squinted at the screen, then looked up, startled. "Why is your company valued at $1 billion?" she asked, her voice stumbling over the word. The laughter stopped. Forks hung frozen. Glasses hovered midair. I set my own glass down with a soft clink. Calm. Controlled. "I guess I forgot to mention," I said quietly. "Turns out plumbers can build empires, too." I stood slowly, buttoned my jacket like I was closing a chapter. "You know, Claire," I looked right at her, "I used to wonder why you stopped looking at me like I mattered, like I was someone." I turned to her smug little colleague, Marcus, the one she'd been texting at 1 a.m. when she thought I was asleep. But tonight reminded me, I said, "Gaze steady. You never saw me. I was just a place to rest." Marcus shifted uncomfortably in his seat. I gave him a little nod. "Don't worry, Marcus. You were a decent distraction for her." Claire's face turned to paper. Bloodless. Frozen. Then I walked over to her mother and placed a small white envelope next to her plate. "It's the equity transfer," I said. "I've gifted Claire her share, 0.5%. I turned toward the room, toward all those smug, laughing faces now stunned into silence. "Oh, and one more thing," I added casually. "I bought your firm's debt last week." through a shell corp. You'll see some restructuring announcements come Monday. The silence was thick, heavy, beautiful. No one said a word. And I didn't look back, because that part of me, the man who needed Claire's validation, her attention, her fake little smiles, that man had died a long time ago. Outside, the night was cool, clean, honest. I climbed into my truck. Not a sports car, not a performance badge to impress strangers. Just my same old truck. The one I started everything in. Because I didn't need to look powerful. I was. She texted me 3 days later. Just one line. Why? I stared at the screen for a while. Then I typed back, asterisk because you laughed. And I never let people laugh at me twice. Asterisk.